Alright, fuck Parandus. Expedition's back, baby. Let's go, baby. Attackable items dropped from chests and as a reward at the end of the encounter. Yes, yes, everything stacks. Very good. It's an interesting middle ground that they went for, honestly, when it comes to the stackable items, because you still have to perform a million clicks, but then it's not a million clicks a million times. It's just a million clicks now, which is better, I think, than clicking just once and everything going. This is a good middle ground. I'm surprised that GGG did this, honestly. It's good to see that they're understanding, I guess. Map fragments stack. And blah blah blah, other things stack too. Oh, Shaper Realm things stack too. Absence of value meaning in the Pale Court. Stacks of 10. Scarabs stacks of 10 as well. Incubators now display item level under item tooltip and icon. It is now possible to stack incubators of the same type and item level with a stack size of 10. Now possible to promote a party member to replace you as a leader of your party if you're a current leader. Oh, cool. Explosive and poisonous flask will be casually attached to your character's belt when socketing explosive concoction or poisonous concoction skill in your equipped items. Oh, fuck. UI or visual changes. Cool. Updated the visual buff effect for bone armor. Cool. Some monsters in Act 2 have had their visual effects updated and the existing animations of many monsters have been improved. We're revealing the balance of monsters in Act 2 in a future patch. Also, they didn't actually change this, so this was one of the things that I was surprised about. Can you nuke the music? I could, yes. They said that they're going to be reworking it every patch. And surprise, here we are. And it ain't reworked. You know? They were afraid, you think so? I mean, Chris did fuck up. He was like, oh, nobody's complaining about the Act 1 buffs. Nobody's complaining. Everybody likes them. And then everybody was like, no, we are complaining. I like them a lot. I wish that they would do more, but maybe they ran out of time. I mean, it seems like they focused on a lot of important stuff. There's really... I mean, some stuff could have probably been accomplished with less work. Like when they were talking about things in the manifesto, but realistically, they have the grand picture, right? So if some things look like they could have been simpler than whatever they changed them to, probably for a reason. So I respect it. Very few things can I point to, or even none really, that are just obviously useless to do so far. Usually in the patch notes that does end up happening though, where I'm like, oh, this skill got buffed by 6%. Why the fuck did you waste your time on this? It makes no sense, ever. Existing metamorph organs that previously gave Parandus rewards will now provide expedition. Basically nuked Parandus and give us expedition. Thank fuck. Fucking Parandus ruined the game, okay? People point to a lot of things that were kind of the downfall of PoE, the beginning of the end. To me, that's always been Parandus, okay? When they announced Parandus League, I was like, holy fuck. What are you thinking, GGG? You can get a Shavs in Act 2 for 2,000 Parandus coins? You turn a 60 Exalt item into like a 3 Chaos item? Fuck Parandus. It ruined everything, dude. Ruined all of the video game. You understand? All of it. I think we know all of this. Each bonus objective you complete now increases the chance of maps to drop 1 tier higher by 1.5. Oh, fuck. It's like an Omega buff. Alright, the following maps have been removed from the Atlas. Academy, Arachnid Tomb. Arachnid Tomb? I love the Arachnid Tomb. Fuck Academy, though. Arena, I love Arena. Everybody hates it, but that's because they're noobs. It's like a perfect circle. It's a great map. Bazaar? I don't mind Bazaar. Beach? Why would you remove Beach? It was the best map. Belfry? Good. Fuck that, boss. Courthouse? Wait, no. Bramble Valley? Oh, they removed Bramble Valley. Poggers. Burial Chambers. They removed Burial Chambers? Okay. Cage? Castle Ruins? Cage, whatever. Castle Ruins, big deal. Chanel? That's a big deal. City Square? That's a good map. Cold River? That's a good map. Colonnade, that's a good map. Coral Ruins, that's a good map. Courthouse, the most iconic map in Path of Exile, removed. I mean, it's not the most iconic, but it used to be the highest map in the entire game, and all you would ever run is this. Coves, they removed. Crater? Crystal Ore? Fuck Crystal Ore. Deserts? They removed? Wait, are they just like removing all of the annoying boss maps? But then some of the maps aren't annoying and they're great maps. Excavation? Yeah, fuck Excavation. Factory? That's a cool map, but it's an annoying boss. Frozen Cabins? You just added Frozen Cabins. It was a cool map. Geode? I mean, Geode could go. Graveyard? I don't like Graveyard. Fuck the boss. Phantasmagoria? That's a cool map. Beer! I liked Beer a lot, but fuck the boss. Precinct. Wow. Also another map that used to be the highest. And they removed it. Skip the row? Did I? Oh my god, there's so many. Iceberg, Infested Valley, Ivory Temple, Jungle Valley they remove? I mean, Iceberg's kind of cool. Infested Valley was a cool map too. Lava Chamber, Marshes, Mesa? Peninsula? Remove Peninsula. Dude, I don't want to be yelling, but... because it's late, you know? But Mesa and Peninsula, those were cool maps. Pan? Fuck Pan. Phantasmagoria is a cool map. Pier was a cool map. Precinct was always really weird. Do you get 1 turbocharged exile? Or do you get 6? That's the boss. It's like, what the fuck? Primordial Pool. Dude, this was a cool fucking map. This was PoE history as well. Ramparts, cool map. Kind of shitty though. Residence, okay. I wonder, what are they gonna do with the divination cards and whatnot? Cryptorium, that's a cool map. Really rippy though. Because you can always get shotgunned super hard from the ghosts. Shipyard, another map that's just PoE history, dude. Shipyard used to be also a juiced map. To be the #1 map. Shrine, same thing. Shrine's gone, baby. No more shrines. Removed Perandus Manor. Why? Because they're removing Perandus. Villa, fuck Villa. And Volcano. Volcano you removed? Dude, I'd have to take a look. But they removed a lot of really cool maps. What the fuck? Option for Maven. To release all bosses at once is now a modifier found in Maven invitations and will no longer occur unless you open an invitation with this modifier. Pog Champion. Fucking good job. Hell yeah. God damn, about time. That shit was so stupid. Sources of Fortify now grant a number of stacks of fortification based on the percentage of the enemy's ailment threshold dealt by the hit that applied Fortify to you. Okay. For each stack of fortification, and fortification lasts 5 seconds by default. Fortification for multiple melee hits or different sources stack up to a default cap of 20 stacks. You can only gain fortification stacks from 1 hit every 0.2 seconds. And I would assume that they refresh each other, right? I think so. I think they would refresh. I mean, it's a good change. Fuck Fortify, honestly. Wait. They explain Flame Surge. Flame Surge now creates a burning ground that deals damage equal to a percentage of that ignite if you hit an ignited enemy. Burning ground can be created every 2 seconds. 2 seconds? 50% of ignite damage on the enemy converted to burning ground. I mean, we kind of need more information, because does this mean that like the duration of the burning ground and the damage is strictly based off of the ignite? What about like faster ignite? How does that interact? You don't really know much. And the fact that it's got a 2-second cooldown is kind of weird. And then it says that it converts to burning ground. So does that mean that it removes one of the already pre-existing ignites? And does it always pick the biggest ignite? Like, we don't really... There's a lot of unknowns. Control F raging. There's no way that there's a Control F raging, okay? Oh my god. Yeah, this doesn't matter anymore, GGG. This was a solution. This was a solution before you fucking annihilated EE. The reason why this made a difference was because of EE. You're introducing this now, and now when it actually made a difference, because now SRS just straight up does 50% less damage, and that's it. Why do you guys tell me to look at this stuff? I wish that I haven't seen this. They did it out of spite? I think so too. Yeah, literally converting to fire is literally less damage. Like, it actively makes the gem fucking worse if you don't do it with other numerical changes. Because now you can't convert 50% of it to skill with hatred. Just remove the gem. Just crush my balls. It seems like everything else. They added it to elemental damage every time. They want us to play Ignite SRS. True. They did add it to elemental damage every time. Life builds rely heavily on life cluster near the silent start area to maximize investment in life. Characters on the right side of this passive tree are at disadvantage because of the long path to access the wheel. Yeah, I told you guys, you should have just like linked Ranger and Shadow all the way to like one point. Just go a little loop-de scoopity doop, and it just hits the Scion life, no problem. Because that's how every build looks like anyway. Lower the total amount of life granted by the Scion life cluster. Add life to other life clusters on the tree that aren't in the starting areas or connected to the paths to the Scion area on a tree. 9% increased life has been removed from the Scion's life cluster. And improved life clusters gained 4% increased life, meaning a character that took 3 outer life clusters and the Scion life cluster together would have the same or more life. A character taking 4 or more outer life clusters that wouldn't have taken the Scion life cluster has gained at least 10% additional increased life. So you just nerfed casters. And all of the other builds that traveled to the Scion life wheel are still going to do it. And all of the builds that didn't are still not going to do it. Oh, Chieftain Thessalio. Cleansing Water now grants 20% of physical damage from hits taken as fire damage. Woo! Previously 15. And 20% increased life recovery rate if you've taken fire damage from an enemy hit recently. They nerfed it? Previously 50? Like, that was the fun of playing a Chieftain, the recovery, and you fuck it? Oh, mamma mia. Gladiator Passives with... Wait, they don't even talk about Chieftain here, and they fucking totally do Chieftain wrong like that. I mean, I guess you take less upfront damage that's physical, which doesn't kill you because you're a Chieftain. Hit recovery rate a lot on the tree now. Yeah, but everything gets recovery rate if you do. Not just Chieftain. So... Passives with block have been reworked. Pain Forge now has 10% chance to block attack damage, cannot be stunned by hits you block, and counter attacks deal double damage. That's sick. So what else? Added a new notable which replaces versatile combatant that has plus 10 to maximum block chance, plus 10 to armor and evasion rating per 1% block chance. Is the purpose of this to always pick up versatile combatant with Gladiator? And then you just have like 60% max block, but then max block and spell block? But then you're still so gimped on the spell block. But I mean, I guess your character works a lot earlier because it actually isn't free to get max spell block on a Gladiator. Or block, really. Like, it's definitely worse, but... it's kind of free by comparison now. You just get it. Violent Retaliation. Now has ignore enemy monster physical damage reduction if you've blocked in the past 20 seconds. Interesting. An attack damage is lucky if you've blocked in the past 20 seconds. Holy fuck, that's strong. What? Alright, Inquisitor. Pious Path now grants 50% increased effect of consecrated ground you create. Yay. 3% regen. I mean, it's better than nothing. Raider. Course Infusion no longer grants 15% chance to dodge attack hits or 15% chance to dodge spell hits. Instead is now 40% chance to suppress spell damage. 40%. We need to see the skill tree to see like how much 40% is. 40% is a lot. But you can also, can't you get like 30% on a shield? It seems like getting to 100% chance to suppress spell damage is very easy. Like again, we have to see the skill tree, but it seems very easy. So this doesn't actually seem that good because you have an abundance of it elsewhere. But we don't really know that. Avatar of the Veil no longer grants nearby enemies have 20% less accuracy rating while you have phasing. Wait, what? None at all? Fuck me. Well, rip that node. Who's ever gonna pick this up now? Are you kidding? Trickster. Patient Reaper now grants 50% increased recovery rate of life, mana, and energy shield if you've killed an enemy affected by your damage over time recently. Wasn't the point of implementing the new nodes to make it so that Trickster has better recovery? Or everything needs better recovery? And Trickster added a new notable which replaces Ghost Dance that provides every 10 seconds take no damage over time for 5 seconds. What? Gladiator passive point. Oh no. Now has 5% to maximum block, previously 3. 10% chance to block attacks, previously 15. Now has 20% more physical damage over time, previously 25. It no longer has 15% chance to block spells. It now has ignore enemy monster physical damage reduction if you've blocked in the past 20 seconds. I want to do League Start with Junk's build on Ascendant Spellslinger, and now they fucked me. I mean, to be fair, it's still a lot stronger than it was before because physical damage over time does more damage now. Awaken Supports. Problem. Many Awakened gems aren't significant improvements over their non-Awakened versions. Wait, you nerfed them so that they would be this way. They used to be significant improvements, and then you made it so that they wouldn't be. This is a trick of some sorts. Some get an interesting bonus effect at level 5, and others have something interesting at all levels, while other Awakened gems have very little increase in power over their non-Awakened versions. Changed Awakened gems that only gave higher values to their normal scaling stats to have either an extra effect or a large boost in value to their existing effect at gem level 5. Wait, they're juicing it again? Okay. Adjust values in scaling for Awakened gems to ensure that a level 1 Awakened gem is a clear upgrade to a level 20 non-Awakened gem. Poggers. That's not that much. Added Fire. At gem level 5 gets +1 to supported fire skill gems. Big. Awakened Arrow Nova. Now grants support skills deal 25% less projectile damage at gem level 1, previously 30, up to 21, previously 26. Wait, weren't you supposed to make this interesting? That's previous? Wait, what? Now grants a gym level 5, previously +1. Wait, this always had this? I thought they changed this last patch to be at level 5. Interesting. My streamer? Listen, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm not gonna have any of this shit ever. That's all. And you won't either. Like, why do you even care about this shit that you're gonna forget about 13 seconds from now? He's still? Wait, no, that's what it is now. It's at gem level 5, no? Supported physical skill. Oh, supported physical skill gems. Poggers. And before it was supported fire skill gems. That's so big. Oh my god, you guys. I'm so excited. Awaken Brutality now grants supported skill gems have 10% chance to crush enemies for 4 seconds and hit at gem level 5. That's huge. Awaken Burning Damage. Here we go. Now grants +1 level of supported fire skill gems. At gem level 5. That's gigantic. I can't wait for that. Oh my god. All these Ignite builds that everybody's going to be playing now. Awaken Castball Channeling now grants avoid interruptions from stuns while using supported skills. Okay, that is a big one. What the fuck? That's boggers. I like that. But then again, getting stun immunity seems fairly simple now. Awaken Cold Penetration now grants supported skill gems have 10% chance to inflict cold exposure and hit. Yo, what up? That's a good one. Potentially. Awaken Controlled Destruction now grants supported skills have 10% chance to unnerve enemies for 4 seconds and hit. Wait, didn't they make it so that Blade Blast doesn't unnerve anymore? That's actually pretty big. That's just 10% more damage. Because you can't really unnerve through any other sources anymore. Like, what the fuck can you even unnerve with? Gloves, yeah. Like just gloves, right? No, you can't do Blade Blast anymore. We just said that. Sir. Don't use Controlled Destruction anymore? People still use Controlled Destruction. Because it's increased... Isn't Unnerve just increased spell damage taken? So this can be on a dot build as well. If you're playing like Cold Snap or some shit. Awaken Deadly Ailments now grants supported skills deal 48% more damage with ailments at gem level 4, unchanged, up to 54 at gem level 5, previously 49. That's huge. That's like 5% more, you guys. Well, it's 4% technically. Okay. Awaken Elemental damage with attacks now grants elemental damage from support skills cannot be reflected. Whoa, that's very interesting. Okay, that's cool. No? Elemental Focus now grants +1 level of supported elemental skill gems at gem level 5. Supported skills have 10% chance to inflict fire exposure and hit. That's fire penetration. Awaken Fork. Supported skills deal 10% more projectile damage gem level 1 up to 14, previously 9. Is there anything fucking cool? I want some like extra curse shit type of crap stuff things. You know? This is just 5% more damage. Hex Touch, +1 level of supported skill gems. Come on, bruh. Lightning Pen is exposure. Melee physical damage. 10% chance to intimidate enemies for 4 seconds. Okay. Okay. +1 level to supported strike skill gems with melee splash. Strike skill gems with melee splash? But what about SRS? They're making it very like... They're trying so hard to fuck SRS. Minion damage +1 level to supported minion skill gems. Okay, that's huge. I like that. Multi-strike now grants supported skills deal 20% less attack damage. Poggers. That's actually a big one. Spell Echo now grants supported skills deal 10% less damage, previously 20% less. And final repeat of supported skills has 20% chance to deal double damage, previously 25%. Okay, so more consistent, but higher damage too. Awaken Swift Affliction now grants supported skills do the fucking. Awaken Unbound Ailments now grants supported skills have 58% increased duration. Unchanged up to 69. Nice, that's the sexy number. Now grants supported skills have 58% increased effect of non-damaging ailments. Blah, 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 blah. The way, I fucking don't care. It's all really good, guys. Listen, if you have an Awaken gem, just fucking play the game for 45 years and it's gonna be level 5, and then you're gonna be like, wow, that's so good. Oh shit, this one's big. Awaken Unleash is a maximum of 4 seals. That's cool. Anyway, melee range. Melee range is given at a very small values on many strike gems, and characters lack Diverse ways to invest in melee range on the passive tree and gear. Remove melee range from Solution. Remove melee range from some strike skill gems and add new sources of melee range on the passive tree. Why though? Wouldn't it be easier to just give them more melee range since strike builds already struggle? Problem. Shield skills deal too much damage for how little investment is required and have had their damage intentionally increased by the buffs to base armor defense in this expansion. Unintentionally. Shield charge also generates fortification too easily without investment. I mean, it did before. Solution. Lower the flat added damage bonus on shield based skills and rebalance the added damage to slightly lower the damage of the skill in general. Shield charge in particular has much lower base damage, but now gets more added damage based on defenses of your shield. Overall, this is only a slight damage loss for players using a shield defenses shield poggers. I'll believe it. I trust it. I trust GGG, you know? Forbidden Rite and Totems. Unique. Using totems to cast Forbidden Rite gets around the threat of self-damage on Forbidden Rite, making it much more efficient than the skill in other ways while still benefiting from high life-based damage. Change the way totems mitigate damage so they have much less total health, but take significantly less damage from enemy hits and damage over time, more than compensating for the health loss in normal situations. I see. Adjust some sources of totem life and totem chaos resistance. No, that's not the solution. Why nerf all the other totem builds? You need to nerf this, not this, and then not this, but this together. Hold on. Rebalance Dark Pact to partially offset the changes to totem life when used on totems, while buffing the skill for casting yourself. Ah, that is cool. Also rebalance the unique Torch Oak's step to account for the life reduction on totems. Torch Oak was like 30% before, right? Character totem life has been reduced by approximately 60%. Totems now take 80% less damage from enemies, but deal 400% more damage to themselves. Whoa! Meaning they now take full damage from themselves. These are really good changes. Wow. Yeah. Seems too powerful. Anyway, 315 skills. Some skills released in 315 are not as powerful as intended. Improve attacks and bursts, explosive concoction, absolution, and ambush. More absolution buffs? I really enjoyed playing absolution, but fuck me, did it feel like it hit a wall. Absolution now has +0 radius at gym level 1 up to +4. Oh, I'm gonna cool. Wait, but it's still the DPS. And they also fucked EE. They literally nerfed Absolution. Z DPS, Z cast speed, and now it's fucking Z character, dude. Ugh. They buffed the damage by like 500%, yeah. And it still sucks. But now you also deal 50% less damage because all Absolution builds were running EE, like permanent EE. I mean, it's better for self-cast Absolution where you're not relying on the damage of your minions, which means that it's garbage, but you know. It's not good. Anyway, don't play Absolution. Explosive Concoction now has 115% of base damage, previously 100%. Oh, so they changed it from this too, because we saw it from the poison one. And 6% chance to crit, previously 5%. Dude, Goratha's fucking cooming buckets right now. He loves this shit. He loved Explosive Concoction. He said it was good, but then nobody believed in it. Voltaxic Burst now has 1% more damage with hits and elements for each cast of the skill currently waiting. Oh. At all gem levels and a base critical strike chance of 6.5. Wow, a spell with 6.5 critical chance. I don't think we've ever seen that. I don't know. It doesn't really address the issue of the ability, which is the force conversion that doesn't bring anything but a nerf to the table. 1% more damage with hits and ailments for each cast of the spell currently waiting. I mean, that's a lot more damage, but damage isn't the skill's problem, really. It's everything else. So, It is an improvement. Ambush no longer has exerted attacks of 276 increased critical strike chance. Instead, now has exerted attacks of plus 25 to critical strike chance. Ooh, that's a great change. I just thought that they're gonna make it so that it's 100% chance to critical strike, but this is a good one. I mean, it's practically 100% because I'm pretty sure that this goes over the cap, right? Quality of the Divergent Ambush skill now grants exerted attacks have plus 5 to critical strike chance. Previously, exerted attacks have 40% increased critical strike chance. Really good. Okay. What the fuck? Absolution. Oh wait, there's more. Absolution now grants 25% chance to summon a Sentinel of Absolution on hitting a rare or unique enemy. Previously only hitting a unique enemy. This doesn't address the issue. Oh my god, GGG. Come on, man. Just fucking play the skill. It's clear you hate it. Like, play it one time and you'll have all the solutions. Like, it's not a problem having these guys when you're clearing. It's a problem of it being super uncomfortable to get it on bosses. The minions being too squishy, you having poor uptime, poor cast speed, and feeling forced into using Spell Echo. That makes the skill feel terrible, but you have to use it, otherwise you're Omega Z DPS. Cast and Trigger Mana Multiplier. Cast on Melee Kill, Cast on Critical Strike, and Cast on Channeling have separate cost and reservation multipliers for attacks and spells, but this can't be communicated. Change these supports to have the same cost and reservation multiplier for both attacks and spells, adjusting the cost to not shift and shift the combined mana cost significantly. The following support gems now have 120% of reservation multiplier, previously 140 for attacks and 100 for spells. Wait. They nerfed it? Cast on Melee Kill, Cast on Critical Strike, Awaken, Cast on Critical Strike, Cast while Channeling, and Awaken Cast while Channeling. Wait. Whoa. They nerfed it more? Like, who cares about the cost for the attack? That shit didn't cost anything anyway. It's the spell that we're costing things. And now it's 120. Actually, if you're a Cold Cock and using Cost Priest, you could easily sustain mana just from attack mana leech. I mean, I can see that being the case for some people, yeah. I mean, again, I definitely saw a lot of cock builds that were really nice. There was that one thread from the one guy who was like, oh, I am a fucking Omega cock player and I've played cock since 1994 and I always cock, I love it. And then blah, 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 blah. He wrote like 7 pages of text about how cock is unplayable now and totally trash. And he actually made the mistake, and we did this on stream, to have his PoE account be the same name as his Reddit account. And we checked his fucking account, and he had one cock character, and it was level 83. Clever Construction. Traps and mines are very vulnerable to some monster abilities without the Clever Construction passive, notable giving them damage immunity when first placed. Ooh, give all traps and mines the damage immunity from Clever Construction notable passive as built-in effect for a shorter time. Finally, give a trap and mine mastery option that gives you traps or mines full damage immunity. God damn, that's good. Invulnerable from taking damage for 2 seconds? No, 2's too little. Whatever, you'll get the mastery. 3 would have been like fine. But 3 might as well be immune, honestly. 2 is kind of just annoying. It's gonna be nice for leveling though. Especially if you're a non-shadow. Unveiling crafting modifiers. Obtaining all crafting modifiers granted by unveiling can be very time consuming, especially for modifiers with multiple tiers. Here we go, baby! Chainveil crafting modifiers to unlock all tiers from a single unveil. Oh, finally. You now only have to craft a veiled crafting modifier once when unveiled items with June to unlock those modifiers as crafting options for all tiers. Also taking the opportunity to increase the chance of seeing some rare veiled modifiers to make it easier to unlock them all. I'm gonna coom so hard. They did a great job, honestly. I really like these patch notes a lot. I think for once, the patch notes actually make sense with the manifestos that they previously posted. I don't like all of the changes, but at least all of them make sense to me. I can see a very clear direction that they're heading into with their design, which I can appreciate greatly. I really am super positively, I mean, this isn't a part of the patch notes, but it's part of the announcement. I'm omega positively surprised by the skill tree revamp. I was not expecting that at all. And it makes making builds even more interesting than it's ever been. And quite frankly, making builds last league was already super interesting, and now it's just even more interesting. So I'm a big fan of that. They really did a great job. Huge fan of the big dig content now. That's very cool. Huge fan of the Atlas changes. I hope they don't fuck up any recipes or prophecies or anything like that, but even if they would, I think they're gonna fix it pretty quickly. So I'm a big fan of shortening the endgame process, because it's still plenty long, but it opens an opportunity to do all the other shit that really makes PoE interesting. And then if you really want to do the big content, you're not gonna do it, you know? It's basically like an infinite amount of super difficult content that you're never gonna get through unless you're an omega 0.0%, 0.1% type of player. Yeah, great job there. All of the small changes, great job. Delve, great job. Lab, great job. Ailment mitigation, great job. Anything that I look at, it's great. I'm a big fan of the defensive changes. Hopefully it's gonna make more players build characters that aren't omega trash. Probably won't, but it might. I think there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people that won't be able to play the same way that they did previously. But I mean, fuck, honestly, that's their problem. I think they have all the tools available. Yeah, I like more recovery. There's just so much that I like it. I wish we had more clear information when it comes to Flame Surge, because it's still not quite clear what it's doing. So the elemental damage over time stuff is still a little bit up in the air. Most of it looks really good in my opinion. No matter what, everything got buffed, but then it requires some sort of investment in many cases. And then Ignite builds are still a little bit up in the air. But I'm still probably going to play one or two or three. I might even league start. Great solutions to the Forbidden Rite totems. Stuff buffing totems from the looks of it. But then nerfing Forbidden Rite totems. I wish they did buff the cast speed a little bit maybe for Forbidden Rite, so it would feel a little bit better. In general, self-casting didn't really get addressed, which is kind of sad, but maybe through enabling better defenses for those builds, you're going to have an opportunity to make them feel a little bit better, because you're going to be able to justify investing into cast speed, which is really the main issue for self-cast builds, like at its core, which is what makes them feel shitty. There's a lot of other issues, but, you know, if you overcompensate in one section, maybe you're going to be able to even it out with something like this. I guess the only thing that I'm severely disappointed in from all of this stuff that I've seen, because there were some problems, but not a whole lot. But one thing that I'm severely disappointed by is minions. I mean, minions got absolutely obliterated in this patch. The damage got annihilated. Even stuff like Absolution that they're buffing got annihilated. The EE changes are just way too severe. They said that they're gonna think about revamping damage over time for minions, and they didn't do that. Although they never promised anything that they're gonna be doing for this patch, but I'm really looking forward to something like that. Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm really sad about as an SRS fan myself. It's really quite cringe to see, you know? Especially since like they addressed SRS but like 7 patches too late, and they actually nerfed its damage because now you can't convert it to cold, which makes it weaker than what it was before because they didn't fix the number on it. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I think overall, no matter what, this makes the game better long and short term. And much of this patch is what GGG wanted to accomplish previous patch, but through ways that are actually thought out and not just like a super heavy-handed general change. So they're opening up a lot of opportunities for themselves. A lot of developer space is being opened up. And they even describe it as much when it comes to the skill tree. They're just like, yeah, we want the skill tree to be bigger so we can implement more shit. And in my opinion, the best way to implement shit into PoE and to balance shit is through the skill tree. So them giving themselves an opportunity to do so is great. I think people aren't going to complain as much about flasks anymore because they're actually addressing the core issues that they very much neglected with the changes previously. And as far as the actual functionality of flasks, I know that many people still have a problem with them and the power level of flasks, but I personally find them to be fine. More than fine. I think flasks are great. I think there's a million different ways to use your flasks now, and there's a million different ways to build your flasks and to play them. And I like that. They're not as strong as they used to be, but I don't really need that to be happy.